So hello and welcome to the session Beyond 5G, the future of wireless. We have 1 hour together to cover lots of different aspects of 6G, so we need to get started. First, a tiny bit of housekeeping. We are recording the session today, so please mute yourself when you're not speaking. And unfortunately, we don't really have time for questions, but you can still comment or ask questions in either the conversations or question and answer sections on the left of your screen. The difference between those two is that everybody can see what you type in conversations, but only the speakers can see what you type in question and answers. And any questions we don't have time to answer today will get an answer by email in the next couple of days. So let me start by introducing myself. My name is Kimberly Trommler, and I'm the director of Thinknet 6G, which is part of the Center for Digitalization in Bavaria at Bayern Innovativ, the company that organizes TechDays. Thinknet 6G is a new initiative that just started up this spring with the goal to network and connect any and all interested 6G stakeholders in Bavaria, obviously, but also in the rest of Germany and the rest of the world with each other. Now let me see how I move the slides forward. No. Yes. We have a lot of interesting stakeholders here today. I'll start with a short introduction to Thinknet 6G, and then we'll hear from Christian Leicher, who is the group president and CEO of Roda & Schwarz. Mr. Leicher sent us an excellent introductory video that explains some of the vision for 6G, the main challenges, some differences between 5G and 6G, and the expected timeline for 6G. Once we've heard this introduction to what 6G is, we'll look at some of the activities and initiatives that are already running. We're going to start locally and move out from there. So we start with initiatives in Bavaria, which will be presented by Professor Wolfgang Kellerer from the Technical University of Munich. After Bavaria, we move to the rest of Germany with a presentation about the 6G Sentinel project, a joint project between 5 Fraunhofer institutes spread around Germany. We'll be hearing from Bernhard Niemann, who is the project leader for 6G Sentinel at the Fraunhofer IIS, which is the Fraunhofer Institute for Integrated Circuits. We're then going to leave Germany to look at the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. Peter Mertz from Nokia will discuss the Hexa-X project, which is the European Union's flagship 6G project led by Nokia. And Peter will also discuss similar initiatives in the USA because Nokia is active in those American projects as well. And to close up the session, we have a special guest from Greece. Every year, TechDays has one country as a focus country. This year, the focus is on Greece, which is why I'm pleased to introduce Professor Panagiotis Demestrikas, I hope I got that right, who is professor at the University of Piraeus and also co-owner of Wings ICT Solutions, who are the consortium leaders for another European 6G project called Dedicat 6G. So why are we talking about 6G now when we don't even have 5G yet? Well, mainly it's because it's time to start now. The first 5G standards are ready, the technology is ready, and the rollout is underway. So it's time to start looking ahead to what's going to come after 5G. 5G itself will be rolled out in several releases and will continue to evolve over its lifetime. 5G is not finished, but even while 5G is active, the industry needs to start working on what will eventually become the next generation. Now, building up a new generation takes roughly 10 years. We need to start with basic foundational research for the new technologies, then see how all of these building blocks fit together into a single coherent system, then standardize it, test it, and get it ready for commercial rollout. At the moment, we expect commercial rollout for 6G to start around 2030. And similar to 5G, 6G will probably also include multiple releases over time with new developments and new technologies as it evolves. As you can see in this timeline, the initial 6G research has already begun, which is why we launched Thinknet 6G this spring, to get Bavarian research institutions and companies involved in 6G from the very beginning of its life cycle. So I have one slide just to give you a bit more background about Thinknet 6G so you know where we're coming from. We're funded by the Bavarian Ministry of Economic Affairs and hosted at Bayern Innovativ. So the company is Bayern Innovativ, which is the Bavarian Innovation Agency. One of the departments within Bayern Innovativ is the Center for Digitalization Bavaria, or ZDB in German, which covers all aspects of digitalization. And Thinknet 6G is then one of 10 platforms within the Center for Digitalization Bavaria. Thinknet 6G is led by 3 people. I'm the director or coordinator, and there are 2 chairs to give expert guidance and input. The 2 chairs are Peter Mertz from Nokia, representing industry, and Professor Wolfgang Kellerer from the Technical University of Munich, representing research. And you'll be hearing from both of them later in this session, but in their roles at Nokia and at the TU Munich. We've already identified 6 areas where Thinknet 6G will put our initial focus. We're currently organizing expert workshops for 3 of these topics, and workshops for the other 3 will follow soon. And I can give you a little heads up. We're also organizing a conference, which will take place on October 28th. So you can go ahead and save that date in your calendars. Depending obviously on the COVID restrictions in place in October, we're planning a hybrid format with some participants attending live in Munich and others attending online. And all of you are invited to take part. Which brings me to the ways you can get involved in Thinknet 6G if you're interested. And there are lots of different ways to get involved. Firstly, there are no formal memberships or membership fees. Thinknet 6G is open to anyone who's interested in Bavaria and also outside. If you'd like to just be an observer, especially at the beginning, then please sign up for our newsletter to get updates and invitations from us. The sign up page is on the website, which you can see here on the slide under Join Us. And if you're active on LinkedIn, you can also connect with us there. Invitations to workshops and conferences will be sent to the newsletter and posted in LinkedIn. If you'd like to be more actively involved, the best place to start is by contacting me directly at the email address shown. We can then set up a call to get to know each other better and see how you can get involved. The more we know about you and your company or institution and what you do, the stronger the Thinknet 6G network will be and the more valuable the results. So, end of advertising block. Let's move to the technology and what you can expect from 6G.